Hello everyone and welcome to the last race in the Modified Madness series. We're right now in practice. And let's see what guys are on track. Then we'll take a look. We got quite a bit of people. We got Tom. There we go. He's putting his lap in that green machine. Alright, we'll go through qualifying. I'm also going to see points, how serious points are going to be leading into this race. Because I believe Tristan... He is in the chat, so I believe Tristan missed last week. Okay, Tristan is leading the race. He does have 2 drop weeks, and he is in the field tonight. So he is leading by 30 points, so pretty much he's just tasked to have a decent night. And let's see where they are, because I believe the battle for second is kind of where it's at right now. So yeah, Tristan, he's got both of his drop weeks being IRP and Kern. Both races will be broadcasted. And he is leading by 30 points exactly. Ben Sweeper in second, and behind him 2 points is Jake Mackey, and Tom Curran is in fourth at 33 points. So those guys, first is like I don't think you can catch first, but Weaver, Mackey, and Curran are all close for second, and Tristan he put such a big buffer early in the season, plus his 2 drop weeks. He just has to pretty much show up tonight. And there is the 52 on track right now. We'll take a look at him. I haven't seen that black and red modified there forever. Right now, Hunter Wellman on pole, that 64 machine. Tristan and Mackey have not done the lap yet. Tristan's lap puts him in second. And he's going to see if he can improve this last time. Coming out of 4. Where is that going to put him? Will he improve? Yes. Tristan right now is sitting on pole, and Mackey also crossed the start-finish line. That last time was an 8th. He's coming across the start-finish line now. Will he advance 8th? And he's going to be 3rd. So top 3, Tristan Thies, Hunter Wellman, and Jake Mackey are going to be the top 3 for tonight. We have a minute left in qualifying. And if anybody else is on track, we'll take a look at them. But I think, yep, no, 2 seconds, 1-0. There we go. And last race of the season and last race on this broadcast is coming up very shortly. Once everybody is on grid, we're going to go through the running order. There we go. We got most everybody. Barker's not loaded up quite yet. But on pole, it is the 52 of Tristan Thies. And to his outside, the 64 machine. A little retro going on there, Hunter Wellman. And third, we got the 199 Jake Mackey. And then fourth, the 88 of Ray Andrews.
Final race of the season here. Let's have a good one, 50 laps. Initial start will be on green flag. Any restarts will be on leader inside the restart zone coming out.
All right. You see Mackey, Ray Andrews, Tom Coring, and we're going to try to get to the leader very shortly. Get that race ticker back up there. And we have a little bit of time to go through the running order. We got the one Benson Weaver. And who is behind Benson? I'm trying to look at that car number. Looks like the 8, Jason Smith. Haven't really seen him here. And last but not least, the 44 of Barker. Alright, pace car to the safety pit road, and away we're going to get going green for the last time tonight. 50 laps to go, and away Tristan takes the green. And to his right side, oh, Hunter, he got loose right there. He was trying to make a move. Back end caught on him. And he's got a rebound right here. The 88 right now just passing him on the top side, but once he gets going, he's got one fast hot rod. We'll see if he can get back up there. And still a little loose out of the 64. But it looks like he is starting to regroup right now. And he's on the back bumper chasing down the 88 of Ray Andrews. And looking to his inside. Ray's using that top side to defend. Oh, it just blinked right there. I can't do it now. Alright, and right now, still stalking. All top, what is it? Top second, or top 2 to 5, all under a blanket. And we have the 46 over here. Trying to join the picture. Right now, 3 are all nose to tail. Very interesting to look at. And I don't know if he was going to use the bumper right there. Awfully close. And I keep on saying that the 64 is stalking. But he hasn't really tried to jump out and make a move. He's in line right now with the 88. Not much. He keeps on looking to the inside, but hasn't really tried to make any moves. I don't know. That time the 88 looked to go down in the middle of the track. Don't know if that was to defend or if that was the line he chose. Or got a little loose and made him go in that middle lane. But regardless, it was helping to keep off Hunter. And right now, Hunter looking to the bottom of the track, but unable to get a run. Oh, I think that was a little bump into the 88. And Hunter's trying to get around, trying to use that inside. And Tom's trying to see what he can do to feed on through. The top side is really good at defending here, and Ray knows that. But as a result of them battling, Tom's looking to the inside of the 64, and actually will clear him off of 4. And Hunter now has a lot of work to do. 44, don't know where Barker came from. He is all the way up to the 5th position. And as I said that, he lost one to Weaver. But Tristan up front. He's pulled away right now to about a second gap. And you can see right now, no one challenging him, and Mackey there in second. That's what a second looks like. That is a big amount of ground, and the battle right now is still with Ray. And that's Tommen to the back, and the wrecking, all three of them. Yellow flag is out. Oh my goodness. Ray was doing such a good job holding them off. And let's see exactly what happened. You can see a little stack up there, 46 into the back of him, and Hunter with nowhere to go. We're gonna back that up again. Didn't realize it was so. Do it. But yeah, the 46 looking to the inside. And Ray was depending quite nicely on the top side with a good run. Oh, a little bobble out of him. Tom into the back of him, and Hunter tried to go down low and kind of squeezed out. But with Ray getting most of that damage there. And he's going to go down pit road. A little quick fast repairing his back on track before the screen will let me switch it back. And we got 2 to go on the pace car.
Green, green, green.
Alright, and we are back. Pace car went very quickly. Zip paper roll 44 though into the wall. And he's trying to use that top side. Weaver though, all the way up to third right now. Big shuffle, especially with our guys who were in the third, fourth, or fifth spots were involved in that accident. But Tristan right now putting on a clinic. When he races, no one's been able to stop him. Mackey has also had some really solid races, and this battle right here is just so much fun to watch. 44 using that top side to defend Weaver in his tracks, and behind him, Jason Smith. Kind of allowed these guys more to shine after that accident, and I really wanted to see Ray do well. He is right now in 6th. He is ahead of the same group of guys, but unfortunately to him, Barker, Weaver, and Smith are passed. And it looks like passing at this track is pretty darn difficult. And the gap the 52 has is just growing. Last time I got up to about a second. Right now we're at 7/10. And even with yellows, shrinks it down and he grows it right back. However, Barker hasn't been up this far in the field before, and Barker is getting closer to Mackey. Compared to the leader, let's take a look. Right now it's 4/10 off of Mackey, and Mackey's 7/8 off of the leader. In order to catch the leader, you have 25 laps to do that. Pending any yellows, who knows about that? But that was a pretty big accident that we had there. Things are starting to calm down. It always is a lot better when things are hectic. And as I say that, I saw the 46 looking to me on the inside. Everybody got by Ray. And Tom has gotten by the 8 machine. And Hunter has hit sights on the 8 as well. These guys probably might need a yellow to get back up. But they've shown that they are fast cars. And Hunter's trying to wrap around the bottom. The 8 using the top side to defend. Gets a nice run off the exit. Still side by side in 3 and 4. And the 64 will clear him. And the 88 or 8 not able to do a switchback and just goes right back in the tire tracks of him. And Hunter moves up to the 6th position. Ahead of him is Tom. And Tom looks like he is battling. Yes, he is. Tom right now trying to be a mover of the race, man on a mission with Weber. Weber is leaving a lane down there, but not as big of a lane as when we saw him go by Smith. Weber wants to defend on the top side, little tap of the wheels. Robbins racing though, and through does not go to 46. Gallo loose on exit, and Weber's pinching him down pretty good, but Weber got a little loose, still able to keep there, and does not allow Tom to get clear, but this is allowing Hunter to catch right back up to him. And Tom goes through. Hunter's now trying to see what he can do, and Weber does not. He lost one spot, and he was trying really hard not to. He doesn't want to lose two. And the more these guys battle, it is allowing Tom to pull away. And this is the most battle that we're seeing right now on track. As Tristan has extended back to 1 second lead. And Barker is still 4/10, actually maybe slightly climbing, but still roughly around the same gap between Mack and himself. And Tom just got free of this battle here. But he used a lot of tire trying to battle Weber. Weber's doing a fantastic job on the outside here. Hunter slides it into the turn. And it looks like it's so hard on the bottom to pull off the move. And he does that just now, sliding in front of that one car. And as a result, they're 10th between them and Tom, who was in front just battling the same pack. And just to look at, we got the 64 and then the 46. The 46, oh, to the bumper of the 44. Tom did not use up his tires. He's actually still climbing very well. But the gap between, I don't know if he can get the leader, but he's at least, one of those guys blinked. I think the 44 blinked on my screen. So we'll look at Tom for this fight. Into the wall, he's trying to give it everything he can. Looking to the inside. And the top side, you can get such a good run. You just can't go too high. And right now the 46 sends it onto the bottom. No contact though. 44 gives some room and does not make the pass. The 44 able to stick on the outside with the momentum. And just like last time, this allowed Hunter to catch up. So this might be Hunter's saving grace after losing so much time with Weber in that battle. Little love tap right there. And that is going to allow the 46 to go on through. Wasn't too bad. It was just a little shove, but it did get the 44 in a position where he wasn't able to fight him back. And now Tom is going to set his sights on second place, Mackey. Mackey has been very solid in that second position all day long. And these guys are kind of holding him up from going against Tristan with a 1.5 second lead. Tristan, and that was a little bobble out of 44. The 64 Hunter, we can see him in the back of the screen trying to make a move. And the 46 to the inside now, the 199 battling for second place. That was some contact, sending Mackey wide. But not enough. Tom is still stuck on the inside. And it looks like maybe off this turn, not going to clear it. And the 44 behind him gets a little loosened into the wall. We got two battles going on at the same time, but thankfully we can keep our... Tom shoots right on through his second. We're going to see if he has any tire left to challenge Tristan. And while Tom was making those moves, Hunter wasn't able to capitalize on the deal. He right now is side by side still with a 44. And it seems like Hunter's trying not to make any contact. And I know Tom was trying not to also, but Tom is a little bit of contact helping get on through. And he's just pulling away right now. The gap is shrinking to the leader, 1.2. With 5 laps to go. Might be not enough time though. Races like these, I wish they were longer. Because they're just so stinking fun to watch. And right now Hunter is battling for the 4th position. And Mackey, as of now, would be in the position for our last guy to interview. Hunter was up here. Sent down back to the field. And with 3 laps to go, he's running out of time. Tristan with 1.2 seconds. And this battle is looking good. But with 3 laps to go. Actually, 2 laps to go. Hunter's trying to see whatever he can do. A little slide out of the 64. He's going to get a little desperate here. He's just so close to get it. White flag out this time by. A little technical issue here. I was trying to look at Tristan. And he is going to win it. Second, the 46. He brought down the gap by 3 seconds. And in 3rd place, Mackey was able to hold him off. Looks like followed by Barker. And Hunter putting on one heck of a show, but not able to get that runner-up position. He was trying so hard. He had the speed too. And unfortunately got caught up in an incident that he was unable to avoid earlier. But great show now at 64. And Barker coming from the back to finish in 4th. Mackey with a very solid day like normal. And Tom from the back all the way to 2nd. And Tristan, we're going to look at his burnouts right now. And then we will interview people very shortly. Only had 1 caution this race. Very clean. And we got a lot of battles for the final one too. So it was very good to see. I do apologize. Had a couple technical issues there. But apologize working through us throughout the season. And hopefully it's a fun one to watch. gonna be burning down for a very long time, but gives us some time to allow people to the waiting room. Yep, we have Tristan there, Tom there. I need Mackie. Once we get Mackie, we'll start with him because he's our third place guy. And just bear with us for a little bit. There we go. Mackie's here. We're gonna bring him in. And Tristan burned it down so much that he blew it up. Let's get this ready for interviews to start. Hey, it's Brent Booth. You copy?
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
All right, you're a third place guy tonight. How was it?
Uh, it was a tough one tonight. Oh man, it was a slick track and it was a battle all night long. But just doing my best to keep stacking these podiums and try to come home with the combined points championship for Tuesdays here.
Yep, and I believe in that combined championship you were fighting with Tom, correct?
Yeah, it was super close. I think it was 2 points going into the night. So
Okay.
in my favor, I believe.
Oh, in your favor, my Tom finished second. I don't know the points breakdown. I don't keep
I
track
think
of
it's
that,
close,
but
I may have beaten him. I think it's still got to get tallied, but it's very close still, regardless.
gotcha. And when you're holding on for dear life in third place, when you had, what was it? You had Barker and you had Hunter there. How was that battle and knowing how critical that was?
Did those guys take tires? Is that what happened there when they got damaged?
I believe they took tires because all of them kind of shot through the field very quickly.
Yeah, it was. We were just holding on at the end, and luckily I was sitting there, and James kept trying not to run me over, but just giving me enough space, and he fights me hard no matter what, and he definitely gave it a fight there all the way to the end, and I don't know how close we were at the finish, but I know that finish was very close on our end. So that was a fun battle, just trying to hold those guys off to the bitter end, man.
Gotcha. Yeah, and I was looking at the 52, but before I close the broadcast, I will look at the last lap between you guys because you guys looked like having a fun battle. I didn't want to switch it, but I also didn't. I had to show some Tristan some respect for putting on a clinic, so.
All worries, completely understandable.
But it was awesome having you here this season. Love having you in the booth. Hopefully there will be some more times with broadcast, and we'll see you on track. But before we let you go, anyone you want to thank?
Well, always thank you for giving us a show, giving us something to watch back here after we finish these chaotic races. It's been a spectacular season, and shout out to the guys that put this together. Shout out especially to Tom. It was a fun battle all season with him, and he does a spectacular job, just putting everything together for us. So thank you to all for putting these events and shows together. Shout out to Big Fast Racing and all our sponsors. I don't want to hold it up too much longer, so I'll just give you the blanket statement and cheers to everyone. This was a blast, week in and week out.
Well, awesome having you, and have a good rest of your night.
You as well, brother. Take care.
All right, that was Jake Mackey in the 199, finishing third tonight. We're gonna bring up Tom. Matt and Booth, you copy?
I do.
All right, you were my most eventful driver there to watch. There is a lot of screen time with that green car.
Well, I mean, I was a little worried, but I just got lucky by the fact that caution laps don't count. So I was able to take my fast repair, and then I may or may not have taken a few fresh tires. So I knew I was going to be a little slow on the initial run up, but once those tires warmed up, I had that little bit of advantage, and I took every bit of it I could.
Yeah, and you were eating into the gap there at the leader at the end. So this track looked incredibly hard to pass, and you managed to pass a lot of people. How do you make it happen? And you did very quick too. Hunter struggled a little bit.
Well, you got to get position on them. I was a little worried behind Ray and Jason. Ray's getting a hell of a lot better on asphalt than he used to be, but just him behind Jason there, I wasn't sure how I was going to make that move, and finally got to the inside of Ray with a good run off of 2, I think it was, and then yeah, it's just you got to keep that car glued to the bottom. You got to get that entry and center right. If you let that outside car get the momentum going back on the exit on the outside, they can pull you down the straight. So it's about getting through that entry and center to get ahead of them.
Yep, and you were able to do it with the little Rebens racing, but still keeping it clean and not shoving up the guy on the bottom.
Well, I don't like being a dirty racer. I try not to, just beat people out of the way. But like you said, it's a little bit of paint transfer is all right. Little Robbins racing didn't completely door anyone out of the way, so I'm happy for that. And
Awesome. Well, one heck run for you. And I know when I was talking to Mackie, he was mentioning about the combined point. How did that go? And I'm sure you're keeping track of that throughout the race as well, because that was mainly what you were fighting for. Tristan kind of had this in the bag.
right now, unofficially, Jake Mackey won the combined championship by 2 points over me.
Oh, snap.
So I needed Hunter to get around him and give whoever was behind Mackey there, the 44 car, I think it was, give the 44 car the chance to get around, and then we would have tied. Or I needed to catch up to Tristan and pass him, but I ran out of laps to do that, and I think I was starting to run out of tire to do that.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, no, you're burning your stuff trying to pass people. But yeah, Hunter was close to helping you there, but at the end of this, I'm gonna take a look at their battle because I had to switch to Tristan, and then my iRacing just didn't like me there. But yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that battle again coming to the line because they were close.
It was very, very close. Mackey just managed to hold off. I'm not sure who's right behind him. Looks like Barker passed the line ahead of Hunter, but it was all looking at the results here. Mackey was 2.615 seconds behind Tristan. Fitz was 661 and Hunter 757, so less than a tenth of a second between those three.
Dang, that's okay. This is gonna be fun to watch. But I appreciate you being here. I had to cut you a couple times in the booth this season. I know you fired me, so I won't be here for future seasons. And I'm joking.
Fire you. I knew you liked the street stocks. I figured you'd want to race. Plus, you don't pay attention to Discord, so you missed the opportunity to volunteer first.
I didn't even see there's a post to volunteer, but
and just a little thing because I'm finishing the points here. Just got to double check that my drop weeks are correct, which they should be for the top 3 at least. Mackie and I are tied for points for second place. So it's going to come down to who's got the most top 5s. I'm going to guess here, which I'm going to really have to go through and see if I can figure out to see who actually took second place away in the Wayland points.
Jeez. Okay. I gotta stay tuned for that. Also gotta keep a message in the Discord before I end the stream as well.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, I'll get to work on that, and I'll let you get to our race winner and our champion, Tristan.
You gotta tell me who you want to thank.
Well, like I said last time, there's not many car or sponsors on my car that actually pay to be on there. You know, the Pilsner scheme is there because I quite enjoy the product. But definitely got to give a thanks to the EFRL for giving us a place here to put these events on and go out there. We had a really, really strong season here, really great season. I only had to hand out one set of penalties, and that was actually to myself this season. So, you know, big thumbs up to the drivers coming out, putting on a great show. Uh, big thank you to you, Matt, for coming out as many times as you could to broadcast the races for us. I'm sure the fans at home enjoyed the product we put on the track. So, big thank you to you.
Cool. Thank you. I appreciate it. A lot of fun broadcasting, and yeah, I gotta race some street stocks.
Hell yeah, can't wait.
All right. Well, yeah, it was nice having you in booth, and have a good rest of your night. Keep
You
an eye
too.
out for that message. So,
Will do. I am working on it right now.
all right, that was Tom's second place finisher. Tristan's been waiting in there a very long time. We're gonna talk to him. Hey, it's Matt in booth. You copy?
Yep.
All right. I was making you wait there a very long time. You're
good.
being very patient. But there was a lot of drama going throughout the field. So if you look at this replay again, you're going to see all of the fun that happened behind you. But for you, it was an absolute walk in the park.
Yeah,
when you competed.
We did a last minute gamble with our steering ratio. We weren't good in practice, but did a last minute adjustment to the car and ended up working out for us in qualifying, and we just decided to go with it in race. So we went a lot better.
Nice. I guess, was there any worry in your mind for potentially having a battle someone there? I know the only person that got close to you was Tom, and that was like 5 laps to go. He gained 3/10, but
Not really, mainly because near coming to lap like 10 laps left, I started to back it down a little bit. I started running a wider line near the end, just to kind of save tire, make sure I don't loop it. I definitely know I could have gone a little harder at the end if I needed to and battled Tom there, but he definitely was on fresher tires. But these tires are a little weird, and sometimes the more worn tires are actually better than the fresher tires. So.
gotcha. Yeah, no, he was mentioning that right off of the start, that the worn tires don't help initially, but over the long run, once they get a little worn in, they do. Chose not to take tires there on that caution.
Sorry, say that again.
Is that so? Because you were talking about tires, is that why you chose not to take tires?
Yeah, it was lap 15 when the caution blew out, and it was way too early to take tires. People were mentioning it at the end of the race, and I was like, you got to stick in with the old tires. These tires take too long now after the revamp and rework and all that. So it's not worth taking tires. There was just no reason for me to give up the lead to take a junk set of tires. So, and I knew the tires had a good another 20, 25 laps in them. So.
Gotcha. Yeah, and I have had a lot of people mention about track position as well. Don't want to keep you here for too long. I know you've been in the session for a very long time. Before we let you go, anyone you want to thank for your performance?
Yeah, I'd like to thank everybody for allowing me to get another championship under my belt. And it was a fun, great ride. Loved running with these guys every week. Sadly, couldn't make the last 2 shows because stuff came up. But we still pulled through and still got a championship. But yeah, I'd like to thank Blacktop Performance. Amazing stuff going on over there. I'm so proud of all the drivers and everybody that's working over there. They're working their butts off, getting setups out, trying our best to go against the big guys. And we've had a good season so far. A lot of advancements and opportunities arise. But yeah, I'd like to thank Blacktop and all them. ATL Fuel Systems, C&D Lawn Care and Servicing, CP Racing Power, all the help Corey Pinto's given me and all the opportunities he's given me. He's a great guy. You should go check him out over at Legendary Garage. Alcova Mortgage, great people. They're willing to help us out so much, and us over at Blacktop are so appreciative that they're on the team. And then my good old friend Kyle Dumas, he's great paint builder. He's been helping me out along the long way. So go check him out, KD Designs, and just everybody that's been along the ride for it. So
Gotcha. Quite a lot of people that made this happen. Throughout the season, it seemed like you were the guy to beat most of the time, except for Sonoma, but we won't talk about that. And
yeah,
yeah, it was great having you in the booth. And I know next season someone else is going to be broadcasting street stocks. Hopefully, I'll see you there, and hopefully I'll race against you. And when you lap me, I just won't be in your way too bad.
yeah. Sadly, we won't be there, but you'll see some Blacktop members in there, hopefully. So I won't be completely gone.
Okay. All right. You'll at least be there in spirit. But yeah, it was nice having you in the booth.
Yeah.
And have a good rest of your night.
Thank you very much.
All right. So that was Tristan, race winner and the champion for the series. The last two, he did have some drop weeks, but the races he did compete in, he pulled in a lot of points. Dirt modifieds. Hunter Wellman took the championship, and that was being broadcasted by our buddy Mick. You've seen him in these races a little bit. In the Wheeling Championship, we mentioned Tristan Thies. The combined champion, Jake Mackey, won that by 2 points. And we got to figure out who was in second, but before we do that, we're going to be loading some glorious content, and I want to see what happened with our third place finisher coming to the line. So we're going to have to back this up. Oh, close the network device. We're going to look at it quick. Will you let me look at it? Okay. It's glitching a little bit there, but here we come. Coming to the checkered line. We have Mack in first. Hunter giving a shot for second. Hunter looks down low, and that is our close finish there. All three were right on top of each other. Very close. No tail action here in short track racing, so that was definitely well worth the watch. Hunter tried his absolute hardest, and if he was successful, and actually I think Barker would have been successful too, which they were all right on top of the 199. We got some time to kill. Loading some glorious content one last time, and let's see a little screenshot of how they crossed the finish line. Alright, so here's the finish between the 199. Mackey all the way to Wellman in 5th. And yeah, it's close. I know when people are thinking close, they're thinking about neck-to-neck finish like in Super Series. But for short tracks, this is pretty dang close. Yes, you can get closer, but it's still pretty close with all three guys there. And looking at the times, I believe, even though the session has closed on me, I can still look at the times. Yeah, the times are crazy. So between Barker and Mackey, that distance there is about or is 0.046. So 4.5 roughly tenths off of Mackey. And Hunter was, I said tenths, that's hundredths off. And Hunter was 900ths off of Barker. So very about who our single place finisher is. Tom was talking about that they were tied. Of 4.3, we go to Jake Mackey for second, and 4.8. So once again, very close average and finish was what Tom had. So Jake Mackey takes second, and Tom takes third. So Jake Mackey barely beating Tom 2 times. So poor Tom, but did put on one heck of a show. It was nice seeing you guys here, and we will probably see you eventually in the future. But next season is going to be broadcast by someone else. We'll be racing them. But nice having you guys here, and have a